with this 50-year-old. Well, I'm over 50, 53. Normally I go on here and I cook and make recipes, but I thought, you know what, this morning, I'm just going to get ready with you guys. I'm going to get ready with you guys, tell you how the wedding's going, the cookbook, gardening, our summer vacations that we just started planning kind of in the mix. Izzy, how she's doing with her college. So like I have so many things to share with you guys. So I thought today would just be a nice day just to talk with you. If you have any questions for me, it's supposed to be a beautiful day today, 75 degrees. And so I messaged all my boys and my husband. I'm like, hey, this is perfect. How about we go on the boat? I bought all my stuff and I still haven't gotten the boat. And I'm sorry that my hands are a little yucky, but I literally weeded the garden for like hours yesterday on my hands and my feet. And I have scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed my hands. Good morning, good morning. I have scrubbed and scrubbed my hands and I cannot get it off. So I'm not a dirty person. I just work hard. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Happy Saturday. I know I have not been on here in a while. Life has just been so busy. And so look at bedhead. Here it is. This is how I look when I wake up in the morning, minus the glasses. I haven't done anything. I thought I would do it with you guys. Good morning, everybody. So we have got so much going on with our family. I actually feel like we always have a lot going on with our family. I feel like I repeat myself over and over, but it's a quiet morning. Hailey is heading out to camp with her fiance. They are having a family reunion, and Izzy is working. A couple boys, mine are still sleeping. Robert's in the shop. Brendan and Madison are going to be spending the day together. My husband is at men's Bible study. They do, well, it's a prayer meeting. So the men of our church get together on Saturdays and they have a prayer meeting. And then going through our church, which I haven't given you an update on our church in a long time. And so who'd I miss? I don't think, oh, Josh, are doing eggs. I'm going to get my little makeup routine going here. There we go. So I have not been on here in a really long time. So I'm going to share with you what I do in the morning. This is my smoothie. See, I feel like I look better tan. I actually got to go to the beach twice last week with Hailey. It was so nice. And I feel like I look better tan. I don't have to wear as much makeup when I'm tan. So I got my good morning smoothie. Good morning, everybody. So if you would like to donate to our church, that is very sweet. If you go to our Facebook, there is a Facebook page and it's HBC, Heritage Baptist Church. And you can message them, and my pastor's wife does all the financing. You can also, well, I'm not gonna have you search her up, but if you go to Heritage Baptist Church, I don't know if it's a private page or not, but you can go on there and message them, and that is very sweet. I know it has been like how long? How long has it been since I've been live? Like a long time. And I kept wanting to go live, and then I was sick for 5 days, like very, very sick for 5 days. Horribly sick for 5 days, and now I just have like the little sinus nose. It's just nose, like my sinuses are okay, it's just my nose. So I actually feel fine. I just don't sound fine. Okay, so I have to show you. I know I shared this when I was on TikTok live, I think like a week and a half ago. So this is beef talon, beef tallow, beef talon. I don't know. So anyway, this was made for me, for my skin. I put it on in the morning and at night. It takes about 30 days for your body to start utilizing it. So it's an anti-aging face lotion that was made for me. And it has lavender, tallow, sage, helicum, yarrow, ashwaubenon, rosemary, turmeric, and peppermint. So I put this on in the morning and at night. Good morning from Denellen. Well, I am from Denellen. You must know that if you put that. Did you know I'm from Denellen, Florida? I don't know if that's a coincidence. I actually grew up there. I went to school, elementary, middle school, high school. I actually went to middle school before they knocked it down in Chatmire. That's where I went to middle school at, Denellen Middle School. I don't remember my elementary school name. And then I went to high school. I was one of the first people when they built that new high school. We were one of the first classes to attend the new high school. I think we were the 3rd year or something. So yeah, I grew up in Denellen. I lived on Osage Road in Bot Springs. Loved it so much. And then we moved away when I was 22 because my dad got a job. Well, this actually is made from a lady who is a nurse, and she does holistic and organic and all natural stuff. And so she puts this together for me. So I completely trust her. And you know what, too? You can actually put together your own homemade remedies. You don't have to go to a dermatologist. You don't have to go and order it from a known site. I have lots of oils that I make that I put together for my family. It helps with pain and back and cold. I have my own cold remedies. So you don't have to go to a dermatologist. You can make up your own stuff. So I kind of disagree with that. Hello, hello, hello. So I don't know, where are you? How's your workout journey going? So not good. I'll be honest with you, not good. So now I got my beef tallow on. Now I'm just going to let it set. And I'm going to just kind of let it kind of get into my skin. Normally I'll put water on my hands because water is like one of the few things that can actually penetrate deep into your skin. So that's why everything has water. Like all your skin creams and stuff have water. Because if it didn't have water, it would just kind of like lay on the surface of your skin. It actually wouldn't penetrate into the skin. And so what I also have is, yeah, I agree. All natural is definitely the way to go. I 100% agree. That's why I love my Young Living oils. And so I also use castor oil. So for pain, I put together, it is a peppermint and it has oregano in it. Cause like, so if you struggle with carpal tunnel or pain, like joint pain, oregano oil is very good for that. The only thing is it smells, it's so strong. You're gonna wanna dilute it with a carrier oil, like a castor oil or like an olive oil or grapeseed oil, because it will burn because it's so strong. Good morning, good morning. So oregano is very, very good mixed with peppermint, spearmint. Pines are really good. And then I also put eucalyptus. And so you want those like pines, I guess. I don't know. And then frankincense is really good because frankincense, I have 2 of them. I have a sacred frankincense and I have just a regular frankincense. I don't know what kind that is. But frankincense is one of the only oils that can actually go through the barrier in your brain. So my sister-in-law, her nephew, he had a rare brain tumor. He passed years ago. Gosh, it's been probably 10 or 12 years. And I was just telling her about like these oils and how maybe that could help him. So the doctors in the hospital actually used frankincense to carry all the medicines to go directly into his brain. It was super cool because that's one of the few ones that can actually go deep, deep. Good morning. I am live, just to let you know. My kids are just getting up and I don't want them to be surprised. Surprise, we're talking. So yeah, so frankincense is a really, really therapeutic oil. Castor oil. So I use castor oil. As you get older, you're going to realize your body doesn't tolerate foods like it used to. Like I can't eat at night or I wake up sick to my stomach. I have been to several doctors. All my tests are normal. There's nothing wrong. It's just your body just doesn't digest foods and it doesn't tolerate foods like it used to. So I literally will put this castor oil on my stomach morning and at night and it takes the bloating away. Like it completely takes the bloating away. And this is Digees. I swear by this. I'm going to see if I can find the ingredients for you guys. The jumper. Oh my goodness. Amazon. I got these jumpers on Amazon. But listen, let me tell you something about the jumpers. Hold on. So this is my Digees that I swear by. If you eat too much, you put this on your stomach and you can, I'm not lying. You can literally feel your stomach start to work and it completely removes the fullness. I am not lying. This is one of them that I swear by. And so it has in it ginger, peppermint, juniper, fennel. Fennel is the huge thing. Lemongrass, patchouli, anise, and tarragon. And so if my kids are sick to their stomach, we put this on our stomach with the castor oil. If I know I'm going to go out to eat, I'll put this on. My husband's like, do you don't feel good? I said, no, I feel fine, because if he smells this, he knows I have a sick belly. But if you feel full, you ate too much, if you're sick to your stomach, you feel like you're going to throw up or nausea, this is amazing. And this is sold on Young Living, and it's not expensive. And it goes a long way. So just saying, ooh, we're already getting lots of people. So yeah, so just saying. And then this castor oil I put on morning and night. So let me tell you guys about my jumpers. Okay, so I got these on Amazon. I think if you go over to TikTok, so TikTok has this TikTok shop. I don't make videos on it because I think it's way overkill. I mean, you can't even go on there without somebody trying to sell you something or sell you their business. And I get it if people, if that's your business, that's your livelihood. But I just would really do a TikTok business then. Like, have your own TikTok platform. TikTok should branch out and have an entertainment platform and a business platform. So I did create a TikTok shop to share with you guys things that I use, like my thieves cleaner, the jumpers. Okay, so let me tell you, go on Amazon, and good morning, Miss Alma. And so go on Amazon, and the jumpers, I put in, gosh, I can't remember what I put in, something jumpers. So I had ordered some, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I love these. And they're medium. I'm like, I can't believe I fit into a medium. And then I went and ordered more, and they were like, ooh, snug on my my boot cheeks. And I was like, I don't like that. So I went back on to find out where I got these. So you want to order the oversized. So I got oversized jumpers. So I figured that out and ordered more. So I am a large right now. I'd like to get back into a medium. And so if you're a large, order a medium oversized. If you're an extra large, so get the ones that say oversized. They're way more comfortable. They're not tight on your legs. They're not tight on your boot cheeks. So I think these were like $16, but they're worth it. Like, I got black and gray and burgundy. So yeah, make sure you get the oversized ones. Unless you're skinny mini, then just get the regular ones that are true to size. But I'm not skinny mini. I'm kind of full through here. So just so that you know. So I actually have done a video. If you go back and look at my older videos on YouTube, I did a whole video on oils, all my favorite oils and what they do. And I think I even wrote down in the comments, I don't know if it was a live or if it was an actual video, but it was like probably last year sometime. I did a video just on these oils. So scroll back and I know they're so comfortable. The only thing is the crotch is lower, and I kind of like, so I feel like when it's hot, you're kind of sticking in your legs, So, but other than that, they're like super comfy. My daughter's like, oh, so you make fun of me and then you get some. Like, I'm sorry. Good morning. I think I put it on last year. Okay, so also now that I am over 50, I use Neutrogena. I'm sorry. And then I have these on my TikTok shop. So I have found the best concealers ever. When you get older, you can't just use any kind of makeup because we have wrinkles. Our skin isn't as beautiful. Like, when I was younger, I never wore face makeup. I'm really surprised. I see all these younger girls plastering the makeup on, like almost like a mask. And I don't get that, because you need your skin to breathe. And you have such beautiful skin, you don't really need to add makeup. And it also kind of ruins your skin. And so when I was younger, I did eye makeup, and that's it. I didn't do anything on my face because I didn't need to do anything on my face. But you know what, though? If you're younger watching this, I would say when you get into your late 20s, start using a really good moisturizer. I have the castor oil is beautiful for faces. The frankincense oil, rose. I actually picked this up. Here it is, right? No, that's not the one. So I picked this up. It is cold pressed rose hip seed oil for my face. I got this at Ulta, and it was only $10. I look at the back of everything. Yes, I might not buy. Sometimes I buy garbage. I'm really trying to be more conscious of it, though. And on the back, I look, and it's all good stuff. And you know what? The number one ingredient wasn't water. So if your number one ingredient's water, basically this $10 bottle would be this much water and that much actual stuff. So so just to give you a little tip. So when they post ingredients on the back of anything, the first ingredient means the most. So it's what's the most? The most, and then as it keeps going, it's the least. So if you buy this $40 bottle of like face cream and the first thing is water, you're basically buying water. Just to let you know. So I try and look for things that the water's way farther down or there is no water in it, because I can use my own water to open up my pores to allow the stuff to get in. So yeah, so I got this rose hip and it has no water, and I wanted to look and tell you what was in it. Oh, I don't see where it is. I don't know. So yeah, so just, that's why I like to use my Young Living oils, because they're not all water. But this was $10 and it's all natural. It took me forever to find some. Okay, so next I want to show you something that I absolutely love. Boy, we're going to town with so listen, guys, if you keep having them mute, people just remove them. We'll just remove them. Okay, so this is Be Bright. I love these. I used to get the Ipsy bags, and I'm obsessed with these, okay? So you can get a pack of 4. So the green one, so I know I shared this on TikTok. So think of a color wheel. Our three primary colors are yellow, red, and blue. So every color in the whole world gets made from red, yellow, and blue. And so whenever you're painting or you're doing colors, you always want, if you want something to pop, you go opposite of the color wheel, okay? So it's like blue, yellow, red. So it's the same thing with like your face. So if you have purple tones, you're gonna use yellow to take care of those purple tones. If you have red tones, you're going to use green, because the red offsets the green. And then the purple would be for yellow, if you kind of have yellowy tones. So I love these because my blemishes, I'll use my green. I have purple eyes, so I use the yellow. This is my concealer. But I also have a regular one. So you get your 3 colors like this. I think they're like $7, I don't know. Or you can buy the whole pack, and then you'll pick up whatever concealer is the same as your skin color. So for me, I use this a lot. I have been trying really hard not to put face makeup on anymore, even though I do have like, age spots from being in the sun and stuff and just getting older. And I have also learned too that you want to make sure that you do minimal underneath your eye when it comes to you're supposed to dab, I mean, I'm just telling you as an old person, because I've been told lately I'm old. And that's okay. So this is what I do. Excuse me. I used to put it underneath, and I was told not to do that. So I do listen. So I got my little brush, and I just bring it down. If I have any extra, then I'll put it places where that's maybe red or... Okay, I'm trying not to do the whole mouth thing since I'm live. I've always had purple under my eyes, even when I was little. I know people are like, it might be because the food you're eating is not the foods I'm eating. It is because some people have blood vessels really close. And that's the thing with your eyes. Your skin above and below your eyes is so thin. So you have to be really careful with it. All right, so that's kind of what I do, you guys. Like, this is it. Like, I'm definitely like... I'm a minimalist, unless it comes to eyes. And then my Neutrogena pressed powder. I've used medium beige as long as I can remember. And so then I just put it in here. That's why I like being tan. And then my face is a little shiny because of my stuff. So then I'll just... Sometimes I'll put on blush. It really depends. If we're going somewhere, I'll put on blush. But normally I don't put on blush either. And I've been trying to do more lips. I actually found some stuff that you put on your lips, and your lips, it naturally colors them. You don't put a color on. Well, everything I have on TikTok, I'm sharing with you guys. Oh, the TikTok shop. You can go on Amazon. I have been trying to go directly, like if I'm looking for this Be Bright, I will go directly to the Be Bright. I've been trying to skip the whole Amazon since they're making quadrillion monies off of us. I've been trying to go directly to the site. Um, I know you're doing a great get ready with me, but I just have a question. Does your entire family live together? I'm the youngest. So I have all my kids but three. Hailey bought her own house a couple years ago. Excuse me. And so she lives on her own, but she's here every day. Like she shows up in the morning and leaves at night. So I'm still feeding a family. And I don't mind because soon she's going to be married and they're going to be paying and buying everything. I'm just going to have to take food over there for them because I want to help them out. But Brendan and Robert live next door to me, but they're here for all the meals. They come over and hang out with us. So at night, all my family comes over and we just sit around the kitchen and talk. I cook and they're friends. Like last night we had all of us plus two friends, one friend. So there's literally like, well, and plus Hailey. So we literally had 11. No, there was two friends. I think we had 12. And so we watched a show. We made brats and hot dogs, vegged around the living room, watched a movie. Then Izzy and Noah ran in and got us Dairy Queen. So I have 8 kids, but they're here all day. They just don't sleep here. So I'm still feeding them. And I know that they're older, and I have a lot of people tell me, well, your kids are older. Why are you still taking care of them? Well, they pay their own bills. They pay their own bills. And they don't come over every single day for dinner. Sometimes, like last night, Robert came over late because he was golfing and he went and got lunch with somebody. So they're not at my house for every single day, but I always cook big anyway because there's still 7 of us here and I don't mind feeding my kids. But they pay their own bills. You know, they have their own house bills. They pay their own gas. They pay for their own phones. You know, they come over and I got a new rule now that everybody has to take care of their dishes and stuff because it was getting a little ridiculous. I'm kind of getting tired taking care of everything after everybody leaves. So I said, okay, guys, new rule. You come over and eat, you got to clean your plate and stuff and you got to help out. And so they did. And it's so funny because we were all after 4th of July dinner. Dad's like, hey, Mom wants you guys to help. And they're like, okay. Robert's like, why aren't you videoing this so people can see that we actually help you? I'm like, sorry, I wasn't thinking that I needed to video you guys doing dishes with me, but I'll make sure I do next time. And so, yeah, so we all clean up the kitchen together and they come over and help us out. We had a really nice 4th of July. We went to fireworks the day before, but they're so far away, couldn't see them because my husband doesn't like crowds. And so we just kind of got some snacks. We were going to go to McDonald's and get a shake and watch the fireworks, but McDonald's closed early so they could go to fireworks. So we went to the Circle K and we all picked out a snack and me and my husband got coffee and watched the fireworks. Then the next day we got up and I made a beautiful breakfast and then everybody kind of had a couple hours just to do whatever they wanted to do. I made a big, huge dinner. We went golfing. We played slots. It's this yard game I got Brendan for his birthday. We played cornhole. We played basketball. Excuse me. Then we're going to have a bonfire, but we're like, oh, because my husband's been really into bonfires, and we're like, enough with the bonfires. So we didn't have a bonfire. We just kind of vegged and then just kind of hung out till late. And then woke up yesterday, and me and my husband, we did the garden. The garden's looking great. Robert's working on his boom truck, and yeah, so I mean, it was just a really nice day, a nice weekend. And so today I'm hoping we're going to go boating. It's supposed to be 75 and beautiful, and I really would love to go fishing on my boat. Okay, so this is eyeliner. I love eyeliner. You're not supposed to pull your eye back, but I can't help it. I do it. I don't know if I need to do it, but I do it. Whew. So a little bit of updates on Hailey's wedding. So she gets married in less than a month. And we're super excited. We're kind of doing like the last minute stuff right now. Getting everything all ordered. Oh man, that didn't. See, I can't see. So when I put my makeup on, I can't see. So yeah, she's excited about that. Her and David got their honeymoon all figured out. And the only thing that's left to do really is the flowers last minute. We all, I feel like my eyes are, I can't see my mistakes until after I put my glasses on. Okay, let's see how it looks. Got a little bit of black there, hey? There we go. So yeah, so the wedding's coming along. She's getting her dress altered right now. We got the bridesmaid dresses in. The guys are pretty much set to go. We got to meet with the cake lady next week. And then next week, her and her bridesmaids are actually going to be doing a little getaway. I kind of helped them out. It was her idea though. So the girls are doing a little getaway for 3 days. And so that means I'm on egg duty. Me and Josh are egg duty and deliveries because Hailey's going to be gone. And then David, her fiance, and my boys and all of his family, they're all, well, his, like, part of the groomsmen are all going out to camp. And they're going to hang out and go fishing and stuff. And so that's what their plan is. I don't know. They go the next weekend. And then Bible camp starts next week. And then the wedding. And so I just actually booked a trip. So me, Gideon, and Noah are actually going to go on a mini vacation before school starts. I asked Izzy if she wanted to go, and she said she didn't want to go. So it's just going to be the three of us. We were going to drive, but I'm like, I think we're just gonna fly. And I got really, really cheap tickets. So we are heading to Washington, D.C., and I'm super excited. I haven't been to Washington, D.C. since I was 11, and Gideon is I even invited David. I said, David, you want to come? Because he's my history buff guy. And he's like, no, that's okay. I got to work, Mom. So he's trying to work because he's trying to get his own place. But Gideon loves history. And I said, let's go. And so I have a friend that lives really close to there. And so I can't decide if we're going to stay in DC or outside. So I'm talking to my friend right now who kind of knows everything about the area. So she's going to let me know what she thinks. And so we're super excited. We're going to go right after the wedding, a couple days after the wedding. And we're going to stay for like 6 days because we really want to hit up the museums. Like that's like our big thing is we want to hit the museums. Oh, and here's the mascara I use. It's Telescope. Now listen, there's a couple different kinds of this, but I like this exact one. I used to use this one, Air Volume. And my daughter, Izzy, I'm like, your eyelashes are beautiful. And she goes, Mom, this is what I use. And I love it. So I'm obsessed with this mascara. And it's nice because it's like a little tiny wand. So yeah, so me and the boys are going to be flying to Washington, D.C. I don't have all the details yet. Super excited about that. And then shortly after, Gideon goes to college. Izzy actually was accepted to our local college here for culinary. But she's kind of rethinking what she wants to do. And she's thinking about maybe going down to college with Gideon. And they do have, they don't have like a culinary degree, but they do have culinary classes. So she's not sure yet. And I said, just pray about it. It's, whatever you want to do. And because we're like, well, if you just want to go for a semester just to like get away from mom and dad, go to a college where it's in the sunshine all year. And because she'll have a couple friends down there already. And then she will have Gideon there. And so Gideon's really excited. Like he really would like her to go. So I said, you just pray about it. It doesn't have to be forever. She really doesn't want to leave here because she loves us so much. But I know, when kids get older, they kind of want their independence, right? They want to not have mom and dad around them all the time and breathing down their backs and telling them what to do. And so she's not sure though. She was pretty excited yesterday. I'm sure she's really nervous. And I said, well, what? Just go down and take some of those cooking classes and then maybe just do some Bible classes or just take regular classes just to meet some friends. So she's kind of praying about that right now. And she's thinking about just maybe going just for one semester. So it'd basically be September, October, November, 2 weeks in December, and boom, she's back. And that'll give her a little time just to kind of get away and figure out her life and what she feels like God wants her to do. And so we're not sure. So she's kind of up in the air, but she is all registered. Well, not registered, but she's got accepted into an NMU. So we'll see what she decides. But yeah, so that's with Izzy. And then I actually brought my cookbook up here. I want to show you guys, but I got to get my eyes going first. So pray for Izzy. Pray she makes the right choice, and it's her choice to make. Let me see. That's not too good. What?
What time are we leaving?
Leaving where?
I thought you and Brenda were going to town.
It sounds like he has other plans. But I'd like to go fishing. Can you take me fishing? He said, we'll see. Brendan is going to be spending the day with his girl. They've been working so much, they haven't really got to see each other. So yeah, so pray for Izzy that she makes that decision, because that is all of her. And I'm actually going to wash my glasses while I'm talking to you guys. So we'll see what she does. I mean, I would hate to see her go because, you know, I love her so much. I love my girls. But you know what? I understand that you kind of need that, you know, the kids need to, you know, they need their own path. They need to at least try it out and see what they think. So I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be sad not having around. I'm going to be having to visit like Pensacola so much. Like so much. She's been gone anyway. I mean, like she's been so busy with her friends and working that she hasn't really been home a lot. Like this morning, she's like, Mom, I gotta go do the horses and I'm out the door. So I don't know. I'm curious to what she's gonna decide. But I told her the other day, because my husband would really love to see her go, just to kind of get on her own and to get out of here and to just see something, all just her, you know. And so I just sat with her and I said, you know, it's your decision. Like you let us know. We're going to support you, whatever you want. If you want to try it for a semester, we'll support that. If you want to stay here, then we'll support that too. Because I said, I don't know what God has for her life. I don't know what God's saying to her. She knows what God's saying to her. And I don't want to try and get into whatever God's will is for her life either. I don't want to would I love to say, please stay, don't go? Well, yeah, I would. I mean, what mom wants to see her kids leave, you know? But that's not my decision to make. It's her decision to make. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to get my bangs going here, get my hair going. So we shall see. Lots going on in the Bell family. Always. I'm super excited about DC, though. Really excited. I guess if you want to go into the White House, you have to, call your local representative. And you have to, schedule it through there. Yeah. So Isabella wanted to be a vet. Yes, so she loves animals. She is still going to be working with the horses. But she looked into it and she's like, Mom. I'm like, yeah. She's like, I do not want to be in school for 12 years of my life. I'm like, well, that's what happens if you go into the medical field. And so she... So what she's going to do is there is some classes that she can take that talks about breeding horses, different doing farrier work, things like that. So she is actually going to, if she stays, she's going to take these classes. She's working with a vet right now. It's kind of part-time. She's not working as much as she wanted to. She was hoping she'd see a little more than she is right now, but she works with a vet. They're building an office, so there's not a lot for them to do, so kind of disappointed there. But she still wants to work with the animals. She loves the horses. She loves the dogs, but she doesn't want to be a vet because she doesn't want to commit 12 years of her life to going to school. And she loves to cook, and so she's like, well, how about culinary? And so now she's thinking about going with her brother. So I don't know, you know, she's 18. I mean, she has so many decisions. I mean, she can do whatever she wants. Life hasn't even really started for her. I mean, it's starting now. So she wants to do culinary, she can do culinary. She wants to go downstate, she can go downstate. Well, not downstate, down country. So Gideon wasn't going to go back, and he says, well, I'll go back if Izzy... Well, no, he wasn't going to do a third year. He's going to go back because he wants to get his 2-year. And then Noah wants to go down there too. So we'll see. It's a nice school. Really nice. A lot of people think it's super strict because it's a Christian school, and it really isn't. I mean, of course they have standards, and everybody should have standards. And there should be things that you shouldn't do and things you should do. And that's fine. But no, Izzy can do whatever she wants. Says to pray for a discerning heart. I can pass that on to her. Okay, so I feel like I still have that dark little spot right there. I haven't had my coffee yet. There we go. So my roots were getting really bad, so I sprayed them when we went to the beach just to lighten them up, and it turned out good. Okay, here we go. I can't open it for you, but Cookbook. I thought it'd be cool to kind of show you guys in like real time instead of you having to see a video. So here's the cookbook. So this isn't like the official cookbook that's in the printers. This is kind of like a mock cookbook. So I'm not gonna like go through it just because it's not like the cookbook. Does that make sense? Like the official one is being printed as we speak, but I wanted you guys to at least see some of it. How nice is that? And you can order it wherever books are sold. If you go to Simon & Schuster, I think I have a link in my TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. You can go on there and you can pre-order it. And a lot of people, I've heard, well, not a lot of people, some people are like, wow, it's a lot of money. So it is $29, but there's 110 recipes in it. I didn't know we were going to do that many recipes. They're like, can you add like 50 more? I'm like, 50 more? And so that's why me and my niece, Destiny, started in June, and we didn't get done until February, and it was nonstop every day. Like my neck hurt so bad. I had such a bad headache because we had to type everything in. We had to find the recipe, find it in my notebooks, write it out, put it on in Google Docs. Then I had to edit it. Then I had to edit it again. Then I had to edit it again. Then I had to come up with the stories. So let me just share with you. I know, right? 110. So I just want to share with you a little bit about the cookbook. And I know I have mentioned it before, but seeing as how this is just kind of a get ready with me, good morning, I thought I would just share like family things, exciting things. And so now the cookbook. And so with the cookbook, it's not just a cookbook. It's an actual biography of our family. It talks about each child. Each chapter is designated toward one of my kids and me and my husband. And so, for example, I'm a one dish wonder. My husband calls me one dish wonder. I love casseroles. And so I'm the very first chapter, and it's all about casseroles. My husband is a whiz at the grill, so he's second. And then it talks about grilling recipes. And so it goes in order of how our children came into our lives. David was adopted. Joshua was adopted. Gideon came. I had Gideon after 8 years. Then Hailey was adopted. And then Robert, Brendan, and Noah, I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody, came in together. They were all adopted together. And so the chapters coordinate with me. So it was me. I met my husband. We got married. We had David, and then Josh, and then Gideon. And so the chapters go in order of how we came together. And so it's not going to be a appetizer, breakfast, lunch, dinner. It's not even in order of meals. It's in order of how my kids came into our home and what they love. So like, for example, Robert loves cookies. So chapter 8 is cookies. So does that make sense? So it's not in order of what you'd normally see a typical cookbook. It's in order of our family. And so the beginning of each chapter, it shares a story of how our children came to our life. And it's not personal. I didn't put private information in there. It's just a general, how our children came into our home, how when they came into our home, how they affected our home, how they affected me as a wife, a mom, and a cook. And because it's a cookbook. And so I just share with you how my cooking changed as we had foster kids come and go, as we started to bring children into our home, and just the different foods they liked and didn't like. And because if you're on here and you've been a foster parent, you do have children come into your home. And one of the big things in foster care is food, because some children come into your home with, they've not eaten, or they've eaten garbage, or they've eaten whatever they could find. Maybe it was dog food or cat food. Maybe it was just scraps. I'm just giving you scenarios. And so each of the children that came into our home were different. I never had, let me explain before everybody jumps on me. I've never had a child come into my home that didn't throw up. And not because I was giving them bad food, because they weren't used to some of the foods. Like one of my children never had potatoes. So I just made baked potatoes, and they literally threw up on the table. And I was like, oh, it's potatoes, because they never had that before, and their palate was not used to that. A lot of kids come into our home with Happy Meals. They had McDonald's, and like one little guy had, all he asked for literally was McDonald nuggets. That's it. And he would eat nothing else. And so, of course, I want him to eat. So we would get the nuggets, but then we would introduce other things to him. And then as time went by, he he would eat more, you know. And so food is a big thing. You know, I've had kids that they're so hungry, they go in the fridge and I wake up and there's literally food all over the place. Or I'll have food out and they'll just take it by the handful and be eating it, you know. And so food is like a very big thing, I feel like, in our lives, right? And then in foster care. And so I just talk about how I had to change my cooking and my thinking when it came to meals. Because I have a lot of people ask me, like, how do you get your kids to eat? And how come you can only, you know, because I got a friend that makes a different meal for every single kid they have. And I'm like, I'm too tired for that. I could never do that. And so when I cooked for my kids when they were younger, I never made foods that I don't want to set my kids up for failure. So if I know they're not going to eat broccoli, I'm not going to serve broccoli. I'm not that mom that I'm going to say, we're eating broccoli and you're going to eat it, whether you like it or not, or you're not going to eat. That's just not me. So if I know my family isn't going to eat something, I don't make it. It doesn't make sense to me to make foods that I know my kids aren't going to eat. And so I would introduce, though, like when my kids are little, I don't cook like I do now. When my kids were little, I made a main dish like chicken or meat or whatever, and I made a ton of sides. So I would literally probably have 4 or 5 sides because I want it. And I tell my kids, I would like you to pick 2. And of course, I'm going to have them that ones that they like. And so maybe some would have green beans and tater tots, or one would have mashed potatoes and maybe broccoli, you know, because I liked broccoli. So I'll serve some broccoli, but I don't make them eat it. So when my kids were littler, I had more options for them. And I said, okay, because everybody likes meatloaf. Well, I thought they did. Chicken, you know, burgers. And I'd say, okay, well, you got to eat too. And I did when they were younger. We had a lot of French fries. We had a lot of tater tots. I'd make mac and cheese with hot dogs in it when my kids were littler. Things have changed now that my kids are older, and I have become a different cook, and I've learned. So, I mean, I would take a box of Kraft macaroni and cheese and dump it in a pan and put hot dogs in it, because sometimes we didn't have the money to have a really, really nice meal. And now I make my own mac and cheese. I can't stand that stuff. And it's so funny because when Robert came into our home, he loves Kraft mac and cheese. And I made mac and cheese and he goes, this is horrible. And I go, what do you mean? Like it's from scratch? Mom, it's way too cheesy. And I said, how can macaroni and cheese be too cheesy? And he just laughs. And now I say, Robert, what would you like for dinner? Oh, your loaded mac and cheese. Can you please make sure you add chicken strips and add bacon to it? And I'm like, okay. And so it's just, you know, but you have to be very patient when you're cooking with your family. And I don't think everything should be garbage. I feel like when you cook, there should always be at least one fresh component or a vegetable, some kind of fiber for the kids. So, I mean, but we do have frozen pizzas sometimes. I mean, not as much anymore because Joshy's my pizza guy. But my kids are older. But when they were littler, I was tired. And I would just put down whatever I could find. And we didn't have a lot of money. And so I had to really use my resources. And the canning the garden and, you know, buying our own meat, going to auctions and buying our own meat. Because if you go to like a beef or pork auction, I don't know if it's now, but you can actually go to those and you can pick up like whole animals like cheaper. And then you have your freezer full for months, you know. But I had to be careful years ago because we didn't have as much. And right now we're better off, way better off than we were before. So I can buy more and I can, you know, serve more and do more better quality things. And I'm very thankful for that. It took, well, I mean, gosh, I've been married 28 years. It's taken 20 years to be able to, you know, say that, you know, I mean, but I'm 53. I mean, if you're still struggling, like, I feel like there's got to be an age where life shouldn't be such a struggle all the time. Don't get me wrong. We have struggles, but I feel like I'm a lot wiser now financially than I was before. But I got in that little kick where I was like grocery shopping my guts out. And my husband's like, I know I've told this story to you before, just grocery shopping because everyone wanted to see us grocery shop. And my husband's like, when I remember distinctly walking in the kitchen, I had my bags and he's like sitting at the counter. And I think he was eating or drinking coffee. And he says, we can't eat that. I go, what do you mean? He goes, we can't eat that. Like, you're buying so much. We can't eat it. We can't eat as much as you're buying. You have to stop. And I'm like, what? But people love it. He's like, you got to stop. We can't eat that much food. I'm like, ah. And so my husband kind of had a heart-to-heart with me, a one-on-one. I mean, I'll tell you, He put me in my place. He's like, listen, I get it. I get it. You love social media. He says, but enough. And I'm so thankful because I could be out of control right now if my husband had to put me in my place. But he put me in my place because he loved me, right? And so he's like, you have to be done. He says, I don't mind. I know we have special events and stuff, but he says, you gotta stop. Like, you gotta stop. And I was like, and I was just, it kind of hit me. At first, I think I was a little offended, but I'm thinking, you know what? Like, my husband's like, no, he sees it. I didn't see it, you know? And so, yeah, that's one of many times my husband has had to put me in my place. I'm very thankful because my husband's very wise and he's very patient with me. He is very patient with me and very kind with me, and he loves me so much. And so I know he wasn't doing it to be hateful. He was doing it because he loved me and he loves our family and he wants to pay his bills. And if his wife keeps buying groceries all the time, we can't pay our bills. And so my grocery hauls are now monthly. My kids now beg me to go grocery shopping because really, I don't want to be in town. I don't even care if it's for the views. I really just don't want to be there. I just like my home right now. And so you know what? Now I utilize my other resources. I've been making stuff from scratch. I've been getting my gardens going, you know, buying stuff when it's on clearance. You know, if you see like a big, huge sale on strawberries, you buy a pile of them and freeze them. And yeah, you remember that story? Yeah, my husband is very, very smart. I'm very thankful that I listened to him because, and now we look forward to your shopping every few weeks. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Every family is different. Uh-oh. Am I being destroyed? No, yeah, I mean, it's just, and my kids even too, like I know I've shared that before. My kids were like, Mom, you have to stop, because I always had a camera in my face and they're like, stop. And so now that's why I haven't really shared like a lot of stuff, because it's just been so nice just to be with them, just to be with my family, you know. And I mean, like I have a 4th of July video to share with you guys, but it's not a ton of stuff. It's more of me. But you know, my kids kind of give me cues. I can tell if my kids would like to be a part of stuff, and I can tell if they're not. The other day, and like even Joshua, people are like, well, Joshua can't make his own decisions and his mom makes him do everything. I really don't. I really don't. Because he'll come in and he'll be like, Mom, let's make a TikTok. I'm like, okay. And then if he's in a bad mood, he'll come in and he'll say, I hate TikTok. I'm not going to be in any of your videos anymore. I'm like, that's okay, hun. So people think he doesn't have a voice. Like they think that I take advantage of him and I make him do stuff. And I'm telling you, you can ask everybody in our family. I don't make him do anything. He will tell me. Like if I'll ask, he'll say no. And I'll say, and then those times where I don't want to be on there and he's like, Mom, come on, let's make a video. I'm like, oh, I really don't want to. So just to let you know, Joshua does have a voice, and and I have some friends on here and they know Josh too. And you guys can vouch for me that Josh, if he don't want to do something, he'll say, I don't want to do it. And yeah, so good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, so that's too funny. But anyway, so I'm hoping today to go do some fishing, and it's so beautiful. I'm going to go down and have coffee and have breakfast with Gideon. Uh-oh, Leanne, I'm heading out. I'm sorry you're here late. Is still going to... So David is not going into the military. He had actually gone in there. That was a while ago, signed up. Hello, sweet cheeks. And I don't know, him and my husband talked, and he really wants to be a part of our masonry crew. Like he wants to have a future in that. And I thought for sure my David would be the one to go in the military, because he is my most patriotic child. Like he loves his country. He loves his rights and his liberties and his freedoms, and he wears patriotic stuff all the time. Like he is my one that's always wearing the American flag type shirts. Like he's very patriotic, loves his country, supports his country. Like, I mean, you can't get any more patriotic than my son David. And so I thought for sure he would serve in the military, but he said he looked into it and he just really would like to go another route, you know. And so, I mean, he still has a chance. He talks all the time about everybody being drafted. And I mean, my son David, he's I love him, but he's kind of my conspiracy theorist guy. You know how every family has I don't know if every family does. Does every family have a conspiracy theorist in their house? Well, David is my conspiracy theorist. So when he comes down in the kitchen, I just listen, because I have no idea what he's talking about. And I don't know if he's right or wrong. And I can't say anything to refute what he's saying. So he is, yeah, they do. So he's my conspiracy theorist guy. He tells me, Mom, did you hear this and this? And oh, you know, this and this, and we never did this, and we've done this. I'm like, okay, okay. So that's my David. Yeah. He's more patriotic than I am. But so yeah, so he's just gonna invest in the masonry, and like a couple of my boys want to do. Robert's doing really good with his pumping. He is so busy. Holy cow, is he so busy. Brendan and Madison are super excited. They're getting their plans going for their wedding next summer. Super exciting. But yeah, less than 3 weeks and we are going to be in a wedding. And so I think I'm going to be able to do a little bit of vlogging on our getting ready for the wedding. All the girls are coming over here to get their makeup and hair done. I'm going to have all my sisters here. Well, a couple of my sisters can't make it, but I think I'm going to have a majority of them here. I'm so excited. So I think I'm going to make just a huge girls vlog, introducing my sisters, sharing our getting ready. And then we also have David's mom. She paid for a videographer to come to the wedding. So he's going to take videos like in the air with the drone and just different parts of the getting ready, the ceremony and the reception. So, and he said that he would give me a copy of it. So I'll be able to share that with you guys. So I'm super excited. But okay, well, I have to let you guys go because I'm going to go down and spend some time with Gideon. I'm very excited about my cookbook too. Here's my mock cookbook. This isn't the official one. So the official one, the binding's different. It's going to look different. This is just something so I could share with you guys what it's going to look like. But the actual like cookbook, how it's going to be is the one you will get in October. So, and I am on the bestseller list. And then for the TV, celebrity and cooking books, I am second behind Dolly Parton. It's Dolly Parton and Heather. I feel so honored. And then I'm number one in the professional high quality cookbook. So I'm super excited about that too. Yes. And you might be seeing me on the Today Show and maybe Kelly Clarkson. And then, so you might be seeing me on big time TV to help promote my book. I'm a little nervous. I can talk to you guys like this, but to be where I know billions of people are watching me, I don't know. I'm really nervous about it. And I think I'm going to be doing some book signings. I'm going to do some giveaways. I'm going to be working with some different companies to try and see if they will be a part of giving things away. I'm going to do some giveaways of my cookbook and signing my cookbook. So I'm super excited about that. But that's all going to happen in the fall. So the book comes out October 22nd. And so when that comes out, that's when we're going to be doing a lot of these cool things. And I think that's when I'm going to be on the different shows and stuff. All glory goes to God. 100%. 100%. I thank him every day. And you know what's really cool is my literacy agency. Danielle's a Christian. And she reached out to me. And so whenever we get together and talk or there's something going on, we always pray together. Before we make a decision, we pray together. Before we get off the phone, I'm so thankful. So thankful. Okay, well, anyway, I have to let you go. Thank you so much. If you missed the first part of it, I'm going to post it. But have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to try and go live here every week now. I'm going to try and do different things though, like crafty things. I don't want to just do cooking, but it sounds like my family is up and going, so I want to get down there with them. So anyway, thank you so much. Make sure to subscribe and like to our page, share our page. We're trying to grow, and go on Facebook and follow me. I'm trying so hard on Facebook, and they hate us over there. They have been destroying us. They didn't even like, they're like, why didn't you do your hair for your cookbook? Because this is me. Why do you do this? Like Facebook used to be so nice to us, and now they're not. I don't know what's going on. And I this morning I woke up and said, you know what, Lord, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to have peace. I'm not going to worry about how many followers or who follows us. We're just going to support the community we have and try and reach out as much as we can and bring you good content that your whole family can watch, you know. So, and I'm trying to bring in a little more comedy. I don't know if you guys follow us on TikTok, but have you noticed I've been trying to bring a little more comedy into it? Because I'm a very funny person, but people don't get to see that. I try and keep it together because I'm a mom and I'm older, and I don't feel like older people are supposed to act crazy. But literally, I am a very funny, outgoing person. If you don't know that already, but I am. Trust me. Okay, thank you guys so much. Have a cup of coffee. Enjoy your family. Have a wonderful day. Get out in the sun. All right, love you, and thank you so much for supporting us.